we've got a very special guest for you, Jess Ramos, coming back on the line. How you doing, Jess?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing great.
Good to see you again. What's going on?
Nothing much. The markets are melting and I'm loving every minute of it.
I was going to ask you, we were talking pre-market or pre-show. You're looking at Nasdaq, you're looking at gold. I've got the Nasdaq pulled up here and it seems like it's just chopping around, feels like it's coiling, but it seems like you're maybe bearish on the Nasdaq here. Is that right?
1000%. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see how we react to 29,250, 25 area. Because we've been bouncing off of that. We've been pretty much consolidating off that area quite a bit. And I'm waiting to see if we're actually going to break through this consolidation and go down a little bit more to the low of last week, or if we're just going to go back up and continue consolidating.
Yeah, it's kind of been this narrow chop fest over the last couple of weeks, as we can see here. Same thing with the E-minis. Jamal said we were coiling in the E-minis, to be specific.
Hi, Jamal.
Hey, Jess, how you doing? I know you also look at gold as well, and it's been interesting all of a sudden once again. I mean, it seems like we're dancing around the 4,000 level, and I know you, from what I remember, I know you not only trade the regular session, but you also trade like the overnight session as well, because you said you find that more interesting. Detail that to the people again.
Yeah, sure. So, for example, I've been in gold all week and I've been holding a swing and trading also during the Asian session. So, remember, I think last time we spoke, I said around 8 o'clock is when I tried to look for a setup, or right after the close of the previous day. So, my area of interest, we were pretty much in a downtrend on the 4-hour, which is where I like to look at my setup. And at 40.7790 was where I was looking for the sell opportunity. So I was able to take that opportunity on Monday, which was amazing. And then I took it again on Tuesday. I took it on Wednesday and I took it last night, and it literally just hit my take profit to the T. If I could show you my chart, it was absolutely beautiful. But 39.7660 or 70 was 75 was my area, my swing TP, and it literally just hit.
So it's fascinating. You're going even down to the decimal, like the spot decimal to trade. Why is that?
Well, because gold likes to move in quarterly increments. So 0, 25, 50, 75. So for example, my target was 39.7660. I'll move it up to 75, or I'll just round up to the next dollar. But I've learned with trading gold, it's those 50 or quarterly increments.
Yeah, no, it's true. See, I was talking about the individual increment earlier, but I just wanted 4,000 on the V contract. But see, she feels me. She's what I'm talking about. If
you look at it, always wicks those areas like all the time. So it's just, obviously include some room for your spread, but it always does.
Yeah, 40.7790, I think, is what you were saying before. And you can see this is the 4-hour chart like you like to look at. And you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 scenarios where we've crept above it. Same day or same 4-hour time frame, and then we drop below it. So that's
and then I just utilized my fibs. I utilized my fibs on that high to low. Make sure I'm getting that retracement underneath that 61.8 or 50%. Those are my ideal areas of interest. My first take profit is always 0. My second is -27, and -27 means that we have a trend continuation. So I wait to see how it reacts to -27. If we get a retest under 0, then we're going to go down to -61.8 to create a lower low or a higher high.
Yeah, we're stepping into earnings season here. I mean, it's about to get hot and heavy. Is there anything that you're paying attention to, anything that has your attention, if you will, or that you're worried about? Again, we just had TSM and ASML. They did great, and yet the stocks went down. And obviously you're short tech. Is this like a trend that you're expecting to continue?
So I'll be very honest, and I've been known to ruffle a few feathers because of this. I literally only pay attention to the technicals. Every time I have done so, especially on the weekly and the monthly, the earnings, they align, they correlate with whatever the technicals are giving me. So it doesn't matter to me. Well, for long-term portfolio, it's different. But as far as like day trading, if I see that we are not breaking a resistance on the weekly and price action is telling me that it's going to go down, I'm going to expect bearish movement. So I may hold my long-term position, but I will trade an option contract, a put, just to take advantage of the move. And I won't do any strangles. I'm pretty confident that it'll do what the technicals tell me.
So you're mostly long Well, I mean, like long as in like either long or short, like
Correct.
risk defined, I should say. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. But I don't, the only time I pay attention to the fundamental part is like if there's a new CEO, if someone's stepping down, those things can have like the sudden movements in the markets that are unexpected for me from what I've observed. But yeah, no, I think I heard you guys were talking about Netflix yesterday, right?
We were just talking about it this morning, actually. Yeah. It has earnings
Oh,
tonight.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like just looking at Netflix right now, like Netflix still has a little bit of room to go down. I would like to see it maybe come to about 70 to 68 area. But if today's candle does not close below, not today's, but if, yeah, today's candle doesn't close below last week's close, then we're going to go back up. So I'm going to pay attention maybe around 3:30 and see if we stay above or under like the close of last week.
Right.
Yeah, Netflix has earnings after the close, 6-point implied move, $73 stock, so pretty high implied move relative to the notional value here. And then you look at the 6-point implied move for the 1 day, 9-point implied move for August and September. So a lot of implied volatility being infused, massive amounts of implied volatility being infused into this 1 day cycle relative to those more time-based expirations in August and September. What do you make of Netflix? Do you like to wait until after earnings and then maybe step in and place a trade?
No. The price action for the most part, not all the time, but will give you an indication on the weekly or the daily of what's going to happen technical wise. So I always tell people to back test this. Check to see first, look at the earnings, back test it, see if there was an indication of what was going to happen. So that's really important. If like right now we're staying under the 3820 on the fib on the weekly, I would like to see it at least go down to $71. Again, if I'm wrong, I'll eat that up. It's okay. But right now we've just been in this downtrend and I just don't see it going up unless today we close above 75.50. But at the moment, I'm just looking at bearish. Whether the news is good or bad, I think we're going to go down a little bit.
What is your bearish target for the Nasdaq? Maybe short term, midterm, long term?
Let me pull it up. Okay, so for Nasdaq, right now, well, the 29, well, let me go to the 4 hour. 4 hours is my ideal. So the 29, 250.25 is where we've been respecting this area quite a bit. If we break through that, then 28,903.25.
I'm starting to get the feeling you live life on a 4 hour time frame.
So
do you do things every 4 hours? Is that the deal here? Is that what's going on?
No. But what I've learned, so I used to trade in Forex many years ago, like, the NAS or NAS. I say NAS, people laugh at me, but I've learned that the 4 hour levels and 4 hour structure are heavily respected when it comes to trading NQ. I've learned this even if I'm trading the 15-minute. What I'll do is in the morning, I'll look at the 4 hour candle close right before the market opens, and I'll check to see if price action is giving me any indication of bullish or bearish momentum. For example, if you look at the 29.9950 right there that you have, that yellow line, I don't know, what's that, the red candle, the spinning top candle, you see it, right there. So what time was that? That's late in the day. But I'll still explain it. So I'll look at the 4 hour candle before the market opens. Let's say it looks like that by a level of resistance. I'm 100% confident that we're going to go down. So then I'll start to look for my setup on the 15-minute and I'll just take it down and I'll hold it to my next 4 hour level. So I'll hold. I don't just scalp real quick. I'll hold until it goes to the next 4 hour level.
That was actually going to be my question. So, like, what's your favorite position you got that you're holding right now?
It was gold, but it hit my take profit. And it's literally like pulling back to my first target, which was 4,000.50, and it's literally doing that right now.
Nice. Before you leave out, definitely share your socials, man. We're getting like people are hitting us up saying that they like you a lot. They're glad to see you on here. So yeah. Oh, we're already sharing. That's what's up. The team is on it.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, the people are asking about you. They like you. So.
Thank you. I appreciate that because I'm nervous. But yeah, you guys, I'm definitely on Instagram a lot. I do a lot of reels. It's been requested for me to go on YouTube, so I'm going to try to go on YouTube more. But pretty much Instagram, YouTube is where I'm at, and then I'll go on Twitter and just throw some numbers out there and disappear and come back.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
My Facebook?
You have a book?
Oh, I'm like, oh, off my Facebook. I don't do that. Yeah. So I have a
That's the answer with everybody
workbook.
these days.
Yeah, I do have a workbook, which I think is super helpful. I am going, starting in August, I'm going to do a free workshop on YouTube on the information that's in my workbook to help traders just understand like the technicals of trading from candlesticks, just trading good old market structure, support and resistance, the basics that you need to read the market that can really take you far.
Free information, free and trading information is what we're all about. So we love that.
Yeah, you don't have to pay me if you don't want to. I have a lot of nuggets online for free.
Love it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Right in line with us for sure. Well, Jess, thank you for your time.
Good to see you
Appreciate
again.
it.
Thank you so much for having me. I love that GC and NQ talk. So anytime you want to talk about that, I am here.
Awesome.
Awesome.
We'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much. Appreciate you.